What's up, festivals? Welcome to Kush's Corner. I'm your girl Kush, and welcome to another video. I have no idea what this video is going to be, so just stay tuned. Once again, the face card does not decline, and I'm looking absolutely fantabulous, like just absolutely like magnificent. You know, just look at that. Look. Let me give you the fit of the day. Once again, I am not responsible if you cannot see the fit properly. Like, use your eyes, bestie. I'm the only one here wearing glasses. Okay. What? Okay, so naturally I want to yap about some books. I have no idea which books I'm gonna yap about with you guys. So while we do that, I think let's go back inside the crib so that I can make some food, because I currently have the whole house to myself, which, you know, is like a hallelujah moment for me, because I get overstimulated by the people in my family. I won't even lie to you, but like, I think I need to eat, but we don't have a stove currently, so let's see what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna take you guys with me, and I want to show you guys like typically like where I like chill. This is my garden. Do you understand? It's thanks to the great rain that it's so green like this, but naturally I like keep it right. I'm not a gardener. I don't know what you have to do. I just switch the sprinklers on and hope for the best, you know. But this is our stoop, né? Excuse the lighting. Right, and we have like this set thingy, and usually like I open the sliding door and then I will like sit here, but right now we lost our house keys, so that's just not possible. So into the house we shall go. Okay, like it's not cute here. I'm thinking eggs. I feel like eating eggs right now would just be what I need, especially because I don't have to cook today, which is another blessing. Like, say thank you to Mother Dearest, because I don't have to be a certified housewife today, so that is fantastic. I don't want to show you guys the mess that is our makeshift washing line, because I think it's just too funny. But like, we're in the house now, we're in the crib. Okay, excuse the lighting for a moment. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to have like iced coffee because it is excruciatingly hot at the moment, but my issue is that like the coffee smells weird to me. It smells weird to me, and I don't know, am I gonna risk it for you guys, because I really am craving it. Let's see. I was gonna use the gas stove and make some eggs, right? But then I realized that's just too much work. Like, why am I stuffing myself like that? But then also, you know that when you're home alone, that's the perfect time to make gourmet meals, because you don't have other people going, oh, make me a meal too, make me a meal too. Either way, as you can see, the stove is a hole here. We're basically balancing the stove with like a wooden plank, which makes cooking for me extremely difficult. Either way, I'm thinking, yeah, making an iced coffee right now might be the game. So here is like the coffee that we use, right? Luckily my dearest didn't buy decaf. Usually she makes us suffer. She says that that's too much caffeine, decaf. I kid you not, the other day this thing smelled off, but now it's smelling decent. If my stomach dare runs tonight, I am blaming you guys. I'm not blaming myself. I don't do those things. I'm perfection in a bottle. I'll be blaming you guys, but let's take out some things that we're going to need. We're going to need some tukiri, sugar, and then we have that. I repeat, I am not going to be using cremora. Why would I do that? And then full cream milk. There is low fat, but full cream. That's just the way to go. And then I'm thinking, my brother literally left me with the crusts to eat bread. I'm going to eat bread and butter. That's just what I'm going to do. I don't like to drink a lot of coffee, so oh, I do actually, but I'm a very huge sipper. I don't gulp coffee. It takes me hours to finish just one cup. So I'm gonna try this. I've tried using other cups, but child, it doesn't matter what the size of a cup is, I will never finish a full cup. But like, let's get into it. Let me turn you with us. Turn with the people. This is the kettle, and there's enough water. I'm gonna heat it up and then show you guys how I make my iced coffee. I don't want you guys to be seeing such things. So let's go. Okay, everybody ready? This is how I make cheap ass iced coffee. You know, you don't need anything deep, right? So I've got a plastic cup that I've filled with ice that won't lost, and then I've got a cup, I've got full cream milk, I've got turkey sugar, and I've got some Jacobs, right? So I like my coffee really strong. I'm only gonna do like 1.5 because I kid you not, I feel like this is really strong. Then transport, my sister's transport is here. Hold on. Okay, my sister, we've just fetched her. I don't know how many I've just put in here, and I'm quite concerned. I'm tempted to put some more, but I'm just like, oh. Okay, now we have the sugar, brown sugar to be exact, right? I have a very big sweet tooth, so I like to put a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I honestly feel like if you're making iced coffee, the sweeter your coffee is, the awesomer it is going to turn out. So those are literally just the vibes. And then I like to do what I call mix it up, give it a little bit of lovings, and then those are literally the vibes, right? And then I'm going to pour in some hot water, boiling water, right? Mix it again. I just think you gotta make them well acquainted with one another, you know? Oh, I didn't open for my little sister. Hold on. I'm fading the sister bit. Okay, so I mixing it again. Again, I don't know where we are. Then I shake the milk, right? And then I pour it into. Is this milk off? I swear I'll lose my mind. It's like I'm calling for my stomach to just be fighting for my life. I am not lactose intolerant. Like, can you see how perfect this looks? It's even frothed there. That's why you shake the milk up, you know. And then in here, right, you pour some milk, right, because you need to have a little bit of creaminess. I think that works to the best of your favor, right? And then I take this and I just pour it over. Do you see? It's coming into sweetness, I'd say. Like, look at how it looks at the moment, right? And then I can do it like here now. So I'll be like, I just pour a little bit more here. Oh, it's giving what it needs. I like to mix again, just in case the chicories. Is there sugar left here? No, in case the sugars like don't align properly. And now for a wonderful taste test. Let's shift you. Yeah. Oh, scrumptious! Scrumptious. Now let's yap about some books, besties. Let's yap. Okay, besties, so we're in my bedroom right now and I realized I had my diary out. The pages are coming out, right? But I have like an updated K-drama list. I love to watch K-dramas, and the list goes literally up until page like 57. I've watched 57 K-dramas and I've ranked them, and then I have like a list of ones that I want to watch. But I think for today's Yapperings, I want to talk about like book tropes. It's always fitting to end the video with like a book sesh, like a bookish kind of like conversation, you know. So I want to talk about the book tropes. I can't remember what books are associated with which, but I think I'll just give you scenarios about the book tropes and how much I like them or not. Like, is this for me or is this not for me? So let's get into it. I've written like 29 book tropes, but there are literally 1,000 book tropes because there's like subgenres of the book tropes, and I'll just try and get into it. But for a second, let me just take a sip of this delectable coffee. You see how I take one sip like that? I take like one sip every like 15 minutes. I'm not someone who just sits and drinks it. I will be drinking this for the next 3 to 4 hours. Too good. Okay, for the first trope, my favorite trope in a book is found family. I don't care if it's the fantasy genre, if it's the romance genre. Give me found family every day. There's just something about a group of people like making their own kind of family unit and being like ride or dies for each other. Just gets me riled up and gets me warm inside. I just love it so much. And the perfect example of a series that does that so beautifully, I would say, is Percy Jackson, one of my favorite series of all time. Boys of Torment series by Chloe Walsh. Fantastic. Don't talk to me about the brilliance of that series. And like, oh guys, there's just something about the found family trope done right that just hits the spot and leaves you feeling like your world has forever been changed. The second trope, I'm not gonna rate them and how I like them or not, but you'll know if I like them or not. Is friends to lovers. I love that trope. Maybe it's because most of my romantic relationships started with me being friends, but I have a soft spot for it. But I love the friends to lovers trope. There's something about the man like knowing you for a long time, getting to know you, that when he falls in love with you, or when the girl falls in love with him, like they switch into the lover category, where it's just like the way they love it's magnified because they already know each other. Like they know how to I'm getting excited just think about it. Even like the friends to strangers, back to friends to lovers trope gets me. I froth at the mouth at that. And I also love it when it's like coupled together with like no, it's not that trope. I'm lying. I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun. Okay, you know the dual timeline. I love that like micro trope within second chance romances. I'm a firm believer of giving second chances, so I love to believe in the illusion that is a second chance romance, that like if something is meant for you, it will come back. So I love a second chance romance, and I love when you get a new timeline within it, because you get the past and present like timeline. So the past is when they were falling in love, and in the present they're not together, but then they're going to fall back in love together. Give it to me! I love it. Something nice. I do understand people who don't like reading, because this gives me such a high. Like this smile, genuine love for reading, genuine. And then there's enemies to lovers. Now let me tell you, people confuse enemies to lover. Like I've seen this trope done badly, because when I say enemies to lover, I mean you hate each other's guts. Like you want to kill him, you can't stand him, like you're praying for his downfall. Like, you know those moments, like if you're a soccer fan, right? Like I'm a Liverpool fan, so when I'm watching soccer, I do not want Arsenal to win, I do not want Man United to win, I do not want Man City to win. Like if those teams actually win a match, I'm frothing at the mouth, because I'm like, lose, I can't stand your team. Like that, you need that type of vibe with like enemies to lover. Like they need to, like, in a sense, try and kill each other. Like for real. I've read dark romances where they literally try to kill each other, and I'm just like, this is an enemies to lover. Like, and then the switch into the love is like so, like they both can't understand it, because they're just like, I literally hated you a moment ago. That's what I mean when I say enemies to lovers. And done right, the angst that comes from it, fantastic, right? Then if you are really into mafia romances, I think a mafia romance does arranged marriages and marriage of convenience brilliantly. It's everything and more, personally. And I know arranged marriages I actually like, because it's kind of dosed in reality, because some cultures still do that. But I kid you not, if my mother or father ever had the idea to arrange me into a marriage, I'm gonna throw serious hands. I would be like, and I swear I would give my husband a run for his money. I would literally be giving him the grief. He wouldn't know happiness. But I just love seeing the process of them falling back into love. Then you also have in a category that is like really rare. A lot of people don't like it, because some people just want the love to come immediately, but like slow burn. I love a good slow burn, where it's just like the touch of a pinky, where it's just like the loving longing gaze, you know, like our shoulders brushed, he held me steady, he held me steady, or the way he hugged, gets me excited. And those, a good slow burn has to be like 600 pages plus. It really has to move like that. Like the girl has to be so confused. Like she has to be like, does he love me or not? And more like a more important point, it has to be one point of view. It has to be written from one point of view. We do not need to get the male's perspective. That's when it's done perfectly. And if I can give you an author who does slow burn fantastically, read Mariella Zapata. Mariana Zapata does it so well. And one of the books that I absolutely love from her is Wait For It, From Look of With Love, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Run to go get those books because they give everything. A trope I can't stand. Get it out of here. Miscommunication. I don't like that trope because there's no reason why you cannot be speaking to each other. Like, I understand having social anxiety and you so mad you don't want to speak to the guy, but there's letters, there's your bestie, you can go and tell him this information for you. Like, there's no reason why you guys cannot be in a relationship or because you guys couldn't have a conversation. Get out of here. Don't waste my time with that nonsense, because miscommunication always leads to a third act breakup, which I don't. If you can go to a third act breakup, you're not meant to be together. That's my 2 cents. You are not meant to be a couple if you have a third act breakup. No. Another trope I hate: insta love. Insta love are good for books that are palate cleansers and books that are not long. Maybe they're like 260 pages. They don't go to 300 like those books, because you just need a fast-paced book. A fast-paced book is good for insta love, but I can't stand that, because what do you mean I was just walking across the mall and then you fell in love with me? Get out of here. I don't entertain that foolishness. Like, I like to look at these tropes in terms of me. Could I end up in that situation? I can't, guys. I have so many fictional crushes and TV crushes. I understand the instant love, but I cannot fathom and comprehend and actually get behind an instant love story, because I just said no. There ain't no way. I'm just like, I saw you, I love you, you're my future wife, you're my future husband. No, get out of here with that. No, I don't stand for those things. Then in this trope, age gap. You cannot like an age gap romance if you don't like to dabble in a little bit of some taboo or forbidden romances. I say what I said, because this trope gets a lot of tussle, a lot of beef, because people cannot stand behind it, can't rock with it. But I feel like if you come from the school, if you have graduated from the school of Wattpad, a lot of these tropes don't faze you. They really don't faze you. But age gap romances, a lot of the time people can't stand with them because they have this morality code in terms of like, what, there's an age limit between you can be together, and in a book, it's a book. I will enjoy it. I'll eat it up. In reality, I'll be like, that man could be my uncle, could be my no. Hell to the no. There's no way. I'm not doing that. If that happens to me, I give all my loved ones and family, like my family members and just my loved ones, permission to kidnap me and knock some sense into me, because what the hell am I doing in that? Like, what the hell? But also, it suits my personality to be someone who ends up in that type of situation. But like, I personally, I'm for it in certain situations. I think it's alright. It's really awesome. It's really nice. But what I can't stand for is if the guy has a kid. Like, if it's an age gap romance and the female has a kid, she's like the older one, or he's the older one, and they have a kid, and now they're basically dating someone that's the same age as their kid, then I can't stand for it, because I'm just like, no, now you're going too far. But if he has no kid, fair game. Now, I also love like a single mom trope. I love seeing the single mom like trope. The issue with single mom tropes is that a lot of the times they make her like a very strong independent woman, where like her ex is literally, or like her ex-husband or the father of the child is literally a menace to society and the worst human being, or like just a deadbeat. And like, they always make the mother like need like an alpha hero to come in and like take care of her and all those things. And some of the times I'm like so for it. I love a man who just steps into acts of service and like does what he needs to take care of his woman. But a lot of the times, sometimes I don't like the depiction of it, because it's just like, it's like you're almost saying that women can't be strong. But I don't know if you can get it, but I like, in my head sometimes that doesn't make sense to me. And then in the same breath, I love a single daddy trope, especially in a cowboy romance. But like, they always have to pair it with like the nanny trope, and I eat it up every single time. I'm like, give me more. A book that I think did this trope so well, and it was not like a nanny, it was Downpour by Maggie Gates. When I say that book gave what it did, because the guy was a cowboy. He was a cowboy, right? And like, he was a single dad. He had like 2 girls, and the girl who, the FMC, I can't remember her name, but when she came into the book, she was already like an established career woman, all these things. Like, she didn't want kids, she was just all for her career. So when they got together, she was just like, little kid, step away from me. Like, little kid, like, she didn't really love the kids, but then she grew to like these kids. It done right, it's everything and more. Then obviously we have like the best friends brother, best friend sister kind of trope. When I say this trope, I don't understand why people have, like, in the book, they always have this moral dilemma, like, that's my best friend brother, that's my best friend's sister, I can't be with them. Huh? What do you, oh, like, I'm sorry, if my brother has a finest man, my brother wouldn't even bat an eye if we're together. The only time he'd bat an eye if his best friend is treating me horribly. It's the same thing with me. Like, if my brother wants to be with one of my friends, I'm like, fake game, that's your business. That's your business. I will only insert myself if they are mistreating you in a way that I just feel like is wrong, or if you are doing something where I'm just like, what the hell, man, what the hell, you know. But like, I don't see the beef with that. I always every time I read it, I'm just like, just get to being together. Like it's not that deep. It's really not that deep, you know. A trope that I used to hate, because if you are a Twilight girly, right, you know the whole long held beef of, are you team Jacob, are you team Edward? And I've always been a team Jacob person. I cannot stand Edward, and I've never read the books because someone told me that one of my best friends told me that if I read the books I will start to love Edward, and I said I'll never do that. I love Jacob, and I will ride for him, and I'll forever say that he was supposed to be with Bella. And that was my long-term beef with the love triangle, because every time I was rooting for someone, the girl would end up with the guy that I was not rooting for, and I'll just be like, you know what, I hate this trope. But since last year, the love triangle trope is now one of my favorite things in the entire world, and I'm like, give me more, give me more, give me more. Done right, it's everything and more, you know. Then you have like a bully romance, and personally speaking, I can't find my pad. Like this trope. I really love this trope. I won't lie, sometimes it's really done well. Like, he really hates you and you really hate him, and I just love it when the female is like, revenge. Like, I'm gonna get back at you. Like, enough is enough. Like, I'm gonna retaliate. Or like when it's the reverse, where the girl used to taunt him and now he's like, oh, and like the years later they also reversed and now he gets to have his lick back in. I'm like, yes. Also, I just love the messiness of it. So sue me, you know. And then obviously we have like bad boy, good girl. I say like that's, for me, I don't read that trope a lot because I feel like when I was in the Wattpad days, I read a lot of it. So I don't read it a lot, or that like he's a good boy and she's a bad girl. Like, you know the vibes, you know. And then we obviously have like billionaire romances. Most of this is like always situated within like an office space where like they work together. And I feel like, yeah, spend your money on me. Like, it's not one of my favorite tropes because I feel like there's not a lot of room to do a lot within the billionaire trope, instead of like, except for him like lavishing her with so much things with his money. But like, it's a good trope. It's a good trope. I like it from here to there, but it's not like God tier. I don't hate it, but it's a good trope. And then there's like grumpy sunshine, which I do enjoy, like where he's like a total pessimist and she's like optimistic to the max. I'm also just someone who's very realistic, and I've been told that I'm like sunshine in a bottle, but then I feel like I'm very pessimistic about situations. So I get annoyed reading a character that's so like, no, everything is gonna turn out right, no, just believe in your community. I'm like, just shut the hell up, you better, before I close that mouth for you, you know. So, and then I'm also someone who loves a sports romance. A sports romance book gives me everything that I need. Everything that I need. So that's a good trope that I love. And can we just talk about this? Can they stop doing hockey romances? I love them books, don't get me wrong, but there are other sports. There is soccer, actually football. There's a difference. You know, it's football. Like, there is that. There is cricket. You know, I don't enjoy, I play cricket and I don't enjoy watching it, but I do like the lore of cricket. There is baseball. There is bowling. There is ice skating. There is basketball. There is cross country. There's athletics. There's so many sports, and I do not understand why we're always stuck in the hockey. There's field hockey. not ice hockey, field hockey. In South Africa, we do have ice hockey, but I grew up at school them also doing hockey. There's rugby, besties. There's rugby. Get to it, guys. Like, look at the Olympics, look at the sports listed, and get to writing a book within that genre, please, within that sports category. And then there's obviously like the virgin book trope, and like sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. If you come from Wattpad, you'll enjoy it. I do, I really do. Stop it. I didn't say anything. And then like there's obviously like the taboo romances, kind of forbidden. Think of it as incest. Sometimes, guys, you don't understand why. Like, no, let me say, I'll say about myself. This is my channel. It doesn't make sense to enjoy this, but sometimes it does make sense. Like, there's limits to it for me. Like, if actually, this is a gray area. This is a gray area. Let's not talk about it. But those are some of the book tropes. There's actually so much more that I didn't mention, but I can feel that I've been yappering for a long time. But that is like the book tropes, you know. And let me know which ones are your favorite and how like you get on with them, and like if you have good book recs, I would love to read them. But that is just my video, I guess, besties. Thank you for watching. I hope you like and subscribe and share with all your besties. We're hoping to grow this and let it be just a place of warmth and just a nice wholesome thing you can put on as you get on with your day. Yeah, but thank you for watching like my video, and love and light, festivals.